Hey, this is Aaron the Metal Theologian. So, doubling up a little bit today. Actually, it's kind of cool because my air conditioner's jacked today and it's fucking hot and humid as hell. But when I'm like sitting here rambling about records, I get all excited and fucking forget. So, I forget about the fucking sweat clinging to my body and, all that horrible shit. Anyway, so here's a quick story because I love it when other people tell stories about record purchases. And as you probably figured out if you've watched any of my videos, I kind of have a soft spot for like private press metal shit, and kind of geeked out over collecting those sorts of things. And I was actually fortunate enough that I got into it early enough when some of these things were turning up. Some of the stuff was coming out of the woodwork. Some of the bands were turning up with extra copies, and so I was able to get some of the stuff. It's both records that had been really expensive that came down abruptly for a brief amount of time because a bunch came onto the market, or just things that were relatively cheap before they got more expensive. So anyway, one of the ones I was after for a while was the Raven Bitch record, which if you've heard it, you know why, because it's fucking fantastic. I ended up, I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I ended up in touch with, I'm pretty sure, the singer of Raven Bitch via email. And he had a couple of copies, but they were kind of gone. He didn't have very many, and he was selling them they weren't cheap, but they were pretty reasonable. It was a lot less than what they had been going for. So anyway, I was in touch with him. He was like, yeah, I do have one copy left, but it's a little bit, the cover's a little bit chewed up, but the record's in really nice shape. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm thinking, I've flipped through thousands and thousands of records at this point, chewed up, sort of idiomatic for, the record might have a little bit of seam wear, or, someone held the thing and the cover got a little bit bent, just kind of a little bit of general, like, bang-up damage to the cover. They say, the cover's a little bit chewed up, right? Well, so I got the record from him. Little did I know, this fucking thing was literally a little bit chewed up. Well, first let me show this cover because it's a fucking awesome record and I want to pitch it. But look at this shit. You see that? And like, you probably can't see this on my grade A world-class camera. But like, if you look at it, you can actually see like little teeth marks and shit. I mean, it looks like his fucking dog like chewed on it or something like that. I don't know. So, and there's a little tear right there. The record's actually in beautiful shape, and so is the insert, but it's funny because the record was as he described it, but I made an assumption just based on sort of record collector parlance, and got a little bit of a surprise that I wasn't expecting. It's kind of funny. This is definitely, it's my copy now. I wouldn't confuse it with anyone else's copy. And a couple years later, I actually did have another copy of this in my hands with a cover that, by the standards that I would normally use, where the cover was kind of chewed up. And I actually had the opportunity to swap out the covers, and I decided I liked my cover better. That was a little bit chewed up. So, now, it doesn't mean I wouldn't swap it for a mint one, okay? I mean, I'm not stupid here. But, a little chewed up versus a little chewed up. I don't know, it's my copy, so there we go. That's my story about my Raven Bitch record that was exactly as described, but not what I expected. Thanks.